Hey guys, it's me, Ale. First of all, thank you so much for visiting my blog. I know I haven't been posting at all. The story that I'm about to tell you is a long one. This spring break, my very good bestie friend Tori and we both signed up and got into this program put on by the Alumni Association of our school. We get to go for 3 days to New York City. Bless. So for journalism, we got to visit things like Wall Street Journal, Time Magazine, Esquire. So I guess the best way to organize this story is just in chronological order, just listing all of the things that happened to us. Day 1. This is Monday. I wake up at the ungodly hour of 7 in the morning. If you don't know me personally, fun fact for you, I'm not a morning person. I actually hate the mornings. So I get to the airport, buy myself my coffee, buy myself Time Magazine, Esquire. I'm ready to go. I board, all well and good. I'm, about to put my headphones in and just kind of meditate. And I get a tap on my shoulder. Miss Ray? Yes, sir. We need you to move 10 rows back. We need to accommodate a family. That's fine. I gather up my Esquire, Time, Wall Street Journal, Sports Illustrated, and my coffee. And I sit down, and the lady next to me falls asleep on my shoulder. It's fine. So after 3.5 hours, I arrive to New York. I embrace my friend Tori. We check into our hotel. We walk into our room, and it's about 85 degrees. We start unpacking, and I said, oh my goodness, I need to go cut my business cards. I go down to the business center. You have to pay to use the computer and to use a printer, so I, type in my Visa number. I click print. Printer not working. Later, session timed out. You're charged $9. I get a text from Tori. Did you just walk into the room? And I say, no. I think our other roommate just walked in. I just flooded the bathroom. Oh, Tori. The room is now about 89 degrees Fahrenheit, and we have a 5 a.m. wake-up call the next day. And Tori and I really kind of pass out. We have to meet in the lobby at 6:30 in the morning. I just hate mornings. So we're on the escalator going down, and the entire group is in front of me, and there's a guy behind me, and I feel a trickle, and I turn around to see what it is. The guy behind me is puking. I was just puked on. I'm, just really, upset. I haven't even had my coffee yet. But there's no time, because you're in New York. We have a meeting with Good Morning America in 20 minutes. I stick my head under the sink. Tori starts wiping my pants and my coat. We hop in the cab. The fact that we made it on St. Patrick's Day in a taxi, we made it right on time, that's pretty good. I'm looking pretty ratchet, but that's okay. I mean, my suit, heels, I'm excited to sit down. And then someone comes out and says, yeah, the studio is full. You're going to have to stand outside. And we start waiting, and we wait. And then it starts to rain. Then we need to run to our next meeting. And we had been advised to buy these $30 unlimited week-long passes for the subway. We're waiting in line, and the girl in front of me, her pass doesn't seem to be working. Being the good citizen that I try to be, I was like, oh, I can, swipe for you. So I get my subway card, and I swipe for me. Card just used. I can't get through. The chaperone, being an insightful woman, decides to buy me a new subway ticket. And I get on the subway, and I'm relieved to sit down for what seems to be 3 seconds. If you've never been to New York, you should know that everyone seems to be in a rush. I think that's why everybody's so mad. Nobody's on time. Maybe people are in their way. But here's the thing. I am not accustomed to walking much. So, long story short, I'm exhausted. I cannot feel 9 out of 10 of my toes. And we make it to Grand Central Station, and I'm thinking, perfect. Grand Central Station means a subway. Subway means homegirl gets to sit down. Then the chaperone turns around to our group and says, let's take a walking tour of the city. A walking tour? I do not vote yes to this walking tour of New York City. So Tori and I get on the subway home. I could not move my legs. We get to the hotel. I took off all of my clothing. And I go into the bathroom. And I lay there, naked. After my time of meditation, I changed my shoes to be smart. Put in these little Dr. Scholl's insoles. And we grab a cab and we make it to the office building for time. And then we decide to walk to a taping of the nightly show. And we're walking with the group, and at one point we turn, and the chaperone is nowhere to be seen. Tori decides to bring up the address of the nightly show on her phone. I think my phone just gave up on itself. It's just said, you know what, like, this is a bad day to be existing. Tori's pissed at this point, so we start walking. At this point, the insole of my shoe has managed to creep up and is now here upon my toes. Pain again. But I can't say anything because if I do, Tori will leave me. Turns out we made it. They're faster than the group that we were originally with. Take that. We've been told that we had the evening off. So we purchased tickets to go see If Then with Queen Idina Menzel. Our show's at 7. So we asked the chaperone at what time this taping of the nightly show would be over. And she said, like 7:30 or 8. Idina goes on at 7. We decide to bail. I don't even know what the nightly show is. Yeah, we bolt. I bought a cookie for us because we deserve it. And now all that is left to do is go enjoy a beautiful night at the theater. You know, at this point I'm thinking nothing else can go wrong. We're watching the show. One of Idina's solos comes up. And she says one line. She pauses. And looks at the conductor and says, yeah, sorry, I don't know. Can we start over? What? Did that just happen? I mean, Tori and I are like, ugh. It was crazy. But of course, if anybody can do it, it's Idina Menzel. Things are starting to look up. And we decide to go to a place called Ellen Stardust Diner. I get the hamburger. My burger was $25. And I can barely finish it. I'm so full at this point. You know, I go to the bathroom to wash my hands, and I sit down, and a wave of nausea just hits me. Jesus, if you make me throw up right now, I will consider switching religions. Thankfully, I didn't throw up. At this point, we had gotten a text from our roommate. Hey, don't use the hairdryer. I flooded the bathroom, and the hairdryer was on the floor. Okay. So Tori and I get back to the room. Our room is 27 degrees. They turned off the heater, and that was cute when it was 85 degrees. It's freezing, and we have no hairdryer. That's okay, because at this point, we are just so excited to crawl into bed and call it a day.